Hi, everyone. How's everyone today? Welcome to Kim Chat Live. I am from focusyourtime.com and the Focus Your Time social media podcast and YouTube channel. And if you're in the chat, say hello. Sorry, I'm a little scattered this morning. Mark just had surgery, so this is all about surgery preparation. So sorry if I stumble on my words. I'm kind of sharing today how we prepared for Mark's surgery. And I wanted to thank everybody for checking in with us and sending cards and balloons. And Mark's doing great. He's kind of up and down right now. He's either in pain or he's not. And today I thought he was in bad pain, but now he's downstairs playing a game of football. So I guess he's okay. And he's icing. I iced him and I said, as soon as we're done here, I'd go remove the ice. So, with him having surgery, there was so much to remember. And he had surgery in the morning and came home in the afternoon. And this was for a partial knee replacement. And so, it used to be where the patient would spend the night or two in the hospital with doctors and nurses caring for them. But that's no longer the case many times, and family members become caretakers. So that's what I've been for the last week. And it is not an easy job. So taking care of him has been important, but equally important was to practice my own self-care and continue to eat right and exercise and journal and rest. And I even got coaching too. So I was going to share with you all the proactive things we did before and after surgery. I have a list here and there's 25 of them. This is all I could think of right now. So there's probably more, but I've just been trying to do what I normally do and also take care of him. And he's a really good patient. So I'm happy about that. He calls me Nurse Kim. So I don't know how good of a nurse I would be, but I'm trying. Hopefully you guys can hear me right now. Say hello in the chat if you're there. So here's what we did. I'm going to give you the list of 25. So we ate healthy and exercised prior to surgery. And as patient and caretaker, both of us, we needed physical and mental energy so he could recover quicker. And one good thing we did was we went out about, a week before surgery and we bought a comfortable recliner. He didn't have a recliner here. And it was the best thing that we did. And I think he's worn it in now. The recliner's probably like, get off me. You've been on me hours and hours and hours every day. He had this catheter attached to his leg that distributes pain meds. And it was attached to his leg. And it was like he had this like purse that he had to carry around that had this ball of medicine in it. So he had to be attached to it all the time. And it was very interesting trying to get him in and out of clothes with this tube. Like, which way does it go up through the shorts? Does it go up or does it go down? Anyway, it was very interesting trying to make that work. And he tried to sleep in the bed with it the first night and he got no sleep at all because he couldn't turn around. So, and then we heard the next day that he could have put the ball on the nightstand, but then the cat would have chewed the tube and we didn't want the cat to have medicine. So we said, forget it. And he ended up sleeping in the recliner the next couple of nights. So another thing we did, we read all the paperwork and online documentation. Both of us read it, the whole thing, 89 pages prior to surgery, because we needed to prepare as best we could. And we asked a lot of questions too, which I'm sure that's one of these things. And we had the doctor fax referrals to physical therapists in advance and made appointments in advance too, because we knew he was going to be needing PT. And like I said, we asked the doctors and nurses many clarifying questions and took lots of notes because we have never done this before. And what we did was he went to PT in the hospital right after his surgery. I mean, they came to him. I thought we were going to have to walk up to the third floor. And I was like, what? So they came to him and hold on a second. Well, they came to him, and what I did was I recorded what he was doing on my phone. I videoed it so he could watch what he did, the exercises when he came home. And we also went to PT on Friday, and I did the same thing so he could see how the exercises were done with him doing them. And we, of course, purchased groceries and cooked and assembled in advance. So there was grab and go for both of us. So that was good. Bought lots of groceries and prepared a lot of stuff. And we also purchased all the drugs we would need in advance. We had to take, well, not we, well, I had to administer, he had to take, there were 6 things. He only had to take 5. But yeah, we got them all in advance. And you know what? A good tip that I should have done, and I will next time, it's best to open the bottles and take off the little foil thing in advance. We didn't do that. So it was kind of hard to open some of the bottles. So do that in advance. Have you guys ever had surgery or prepare for surgery? I'd love to hear your tips. Type in the chat if you're here. Say hello. We also went to the DMV and got a rear view hanger so we could park close to the medical facilities. And that was really handy. And I said, oh, goody, we could go Christmas shopping. We'd shop online, so we wouldn't do that anyway. Hi, Joanne. How are you? The next thing we did, we borrowed a walker. Mark put a post out on Facebook to ask if anybody had a walker with 2 wheels, because 4, you would slip around. We just needed 2. And he needed a walker with 2 wheels and a cane. And he ended up getting them from a place called Bridge Rehab Ministries. And we got that recommendation from the senior center. And he just gave him a little donation, and you get to keep it as long as you want. So we borrowed it. So it's a great place. Yes, Joanne says it helps to have downloaded a book or movie. Yes, yes. That's one of my, we'll see which one it is. And like I said, being the caretaker, I was actually full of emotions, which you noticed on the last slide, and took advantage of getting coached. And I was very emotional about my husband being in pain and feeling like his life was in my hands, and I didn't want to mess up his meds. And then I journaled and did a brain dump of all the thoughts in my head, because I had to get them out of my head onto paper so I wouldn't be up all night thinking about all the things that I was thinking about. And Joanne, we recorded shows in advance and caught up on some of our favorites. And streaming, we did all that. And so it was great that we did that in advance. It was nice to sit there and have more time to watch together. And we also, a couple days before, we rehearsed walking with the walker and the cane. And we removed all obstacles. And they tell you to do that in the write-up. And some of the obstacles were rugs, because we don't want anybody tripping. They said the #1 rule they tell you is don't fall. So I'm glad that we did it in advance. He rehearsed exactly how he was supposed to walk. And it was great, because when we came home, he knew exactly what to do. And we practiced the stairs. We practiced going to the toilet and getting in and out of bed. So that was good. We did that in advance. And then, knowing that he wouldn't be able to climb on ladders in the next month or so, we put up the Christmas tree and decorated in advance, which is really strange because it's not even Halloween yet. So we haven't really turned on the lights of the tree or anything like that, because it just feels weird, but it's there so we can enjoy it. The morning of the surgery, before we went into the hospital building, we said a little prayer in the parking lot and set an intention as how the day would play out. And it played out exactly how we thought it would. And so afterwards, after he came home, these are mostly for afterwards, we used walkie-talkies. So I have mine right here. I don't know if you could see it, but ouch. So, and we just replaced the batteries. And so if he was downstairs and I was upstairs, he could use the walkie-talkie and tell me what he needed. And I can get on and say, what do you need? So those worked out great, except for the one, I took it when he slept in the recliner. I went to bed one night without him, and he said, make sure you take the walkie-talkie. So I did, And I went to sleep, he went to sleep, and all of a sudden somebody from another channel got on, started yelling and cussing, and it startled both of us. We woke up, I don't even know, it was like 1 a.m. So then Mark changed it the next day to some private channel. So that didn't happen again, but boy, was that startling to hear somebody screaming. So, and we created a routine where we did walking and then chair exercises and then elevation and then ice. No, that was the way it went. I'm sorry, I have it backwards. We did elevation and then walking and then chair exercises and then ice in that order. And we had to elevate because his ankle was really swollen. It kind of scared me because I've never seen his ankle swollen. It was pretty big, but it's a lot better now. Thank goodness. We reviewed all med times and created a spreadsheet with all the medications, and I kept it updated. So of course, being the organized person that I am, I went into Excel and created this sheet, and it really helped to have it all on a sheet that I could just cross off each time. And then they taught us a little chant walking up and down the stairs. So he had to use a cane, and it was called up with the good, down with the bad. That means up, when he's walking upstairs, he had to walk up with the good foot first, but he did the cane first. So it was cane, good, bad, cane, good, bad. And when he went downstairs, it was down, wait a minute, was it down with the, yeah, down with the bad, up with the good. So yeah, so we went on, when we went downstairs, we took the surgical leg and put that down first. So it was kind of backwards, whether you went up or downstairs. Am I confusing you? I hope not. And then also when he got up, he was supposed to put his right foot out, which is the surgical leg. And so I kind of sang the hokey pokey, you know, you put your right foot out. Well, it's usually put your right foot in, but you had to put it out. So anyway, I'm tired. Can you tell? I'm also sorry about this lighting. Next week, it'll be a lot better, but this lighting is, I'm sorry if I'm dark and I have a glare on my glasses. And we used our watch to set timers. So I did a lot of set 2-minute timers and set 20-minute timers, which really helped me remember to remove the little towel that was under his leg and to remove his ice. Oh, thank you, Joanne. Do I? I didn't even think you could really see me, but thank you. She says, you look lovely as ever. Thank you so much. Okay, another thing we did, we both drank lots of water to stay hydrated. And he drank a lot of water and tea. So that was good. We're still doing that. And also because I like to work out, I chopped up my daily workout routine to work around Mark's meds and PT exercises and icing. So I was up and down the stairs doing different parts of my workout, but I got it done. And I had lots of energy for the rest of the day. The other one is I packed breakfast and lunch snacks and drinks and took it to the hospital after surgery. They actually ordered him when he woke up, they said, we order you Jimmy John's. They do that for all of the people who just went through surgery. And so he got a Jimmy John's veggie sandwich. And then I brought my own luncheon and sat with him and ate there. We must have sat there for 90 minutes to 2 hours before the PT came in, the physical therapist came in. So that was kind of cool. And then the last one is we rested as much as we could because we all know rest is important for creating white blood cells, which helps in the healing process. So, and he slept a lot this morning and it kind of scared me. I thought, why aren't you up yet? I mean, he gets up at 6 o'clock, no matter if he needs, I mean, it doesn't matter if he needs to get up or not. He's usually up at 6 and he wasn't up at 6. He just got up around 9. So I was hoping that his leg was okay. But when I took a shower, I came out, he was out of bed and I went downstairs and he goes, I feel so good. So I was glad because he's been like this, up and down, up and down. So if you're a caretaker, I salute you. Many times caretakers give so much to others, they forget to care for themselves. And without self-care, you can feel taken for granted, depleted, taken advantage of, or intruded upon sometimes. As a caregiver, setting clear limitations and boundaries is the first step in avoiding burnout. And it's the best time that you can, well, it's good to take care of yourself. So there's more energy to take care of others. You really will have a lot more energy to help others if you take care of yourself. And again, set boundaries around that. And if you don't know how to set boundaries, you can download the Beyond Boundaries Blueprint, which is a step-by-step guide that explains how to set and enforce boundaries. And the blueprint includes, sorry, I can't talk this morning. The blueprint includes a 2-page worksheet, which is really cool. And after completing the worksheet, you'll gain clarity about how boundaries can lower stress levels, improve your life, and create healthier relationships. And you can find the blueprint at focusyourtime.com/free. And Joanne says, rest is so important, real rest. Yes, it is. It is, but I get scared when he goes to bed at 10 and gets up at 9. But I know rest is important, and that's a really good tip. So thank you very much. That's all I've got today. I've got to go change my husband's, well, I've actually got to go remove his ice now so he can continue playing football. So if you or family members getting surgery, please prepare in advance. It just makes it so much less stressful. That's all I've got today. I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe and well. Bye.